Taurus and Scorpio sexual and intimacy compatibility. As all opposing signs, Taurus and Scorpio can be madly attracted to each other, more so because of the sexual nature of their signs. We wouldn't primarily link Taurus to sexuality, but it does represent sensuality and is a sign that governs physical pleasure. Their relationship is a connection of deepest emotions and sexuality that no other couple in the zodiac is privileged to have. Any sort of sexual frustration could lead to a pretty dark approach to their sex life. Scorpio has this depressive need to die naked and sweaty in the arms of a loved one, while Taurus has the need to be loved this much. It may even sound romantic, but carries with it all unsolved emotional issues as baggage into their sexual encounters. This doesn't mean their sex life will be bad. On the contrary, they will both find it fantastic, because they will fill it with all sorts of emotions, good or bad. In the end, emotion will be the only thing that is left and sex will be a way to connect rather than a means to personal satisfaction. This can become an obsession and even an addiction, but who would give up on the opportunity of such deep intimacy? As signs of fixed quality, when they click, it is impossible to separate them, and no one would want to when you consider the possible vengeance of Scorpio. They represent the basic contact between sexual planets Venus and Mars, while being from the physical and emotional realms as an earth and a water sign. They are the signification of a deeply intimate relationship and a very rich sex life, for as long as Scorpio is tender enough and Taurus ready to experiment. Taurus and Scorpio trust. Scorpio rarely trusts anyone but themselves unconditionally, and in a relationship with Taurus they need to build the sense of security. We wouldn't exactly say that Scorpio is insecure, but their deep emotional nature makes them question everyone's motives in caution not to get hurt. There is a fine line between two possibilities in a relationship of Taurus and Scorpio. The first possibility would be the one in which Taurus partner is really closed up, unreachable and too quiet. This could wake the suspicious nature of Scorpio, and their obsessive interrogations will damage their mutual trust even more than they lacked it in the first place. The second option would be for Taurus partner to be open just enough to share what Scorpio needs to hear. If they manage to find this fine balance, they shouldn't have a problem. As they get more and more intimate, Taurus will feel secure enough to share everything Scorpio wants to know, and Scorpio will realize that their stable and unchangeable Taurus won't disappoint them. Taurus and Scorpio communication and intellect. As all opposing signs, they seem completely different and as if they have nothing in common. Still, we should keep in mind that opposing signs complement each other perfectly, and their communication should be exciting, challenging, and something to enjoy if they are both confident enough. While Scorpio would go in depth about all those things Taurus doesn't seem to care about, they could be very surprised to find that behind the tender and alive nature of Taurus, there is a deep understanding of everything natural going on, however dark it might seem. In return, Scorpio will show Taurus the value of life from their perspective. Taurus will find it incredible how Scorpio, as a sign of death and destruction, can understand the depth of life and emotion better than any other sign in the zodiac. Taurus and Scorpio emotions. This emotional connection is really something to deserve. Not only do these two represent the axis of Moon's special dignities, exalted in Taurus and fallen in Scorpio, but they also have Venus as a ruler on one hand and the intense element of water on the other. When they fall in love, they become an image of eternal love. There is no better personification of Had, the god of the underworld in ancient Greece, and Persephone, an idea of immortal love that can never die. Taurus and Scorpio values. They value life and love in a way that no other sign understands. The depth of their belief system goes as far as planet Earth's core, and if they begin their relationship on the same page, this could be what binds them for years. Although their perspectives differ when it comes to material and emotional values, their core is the same and everything else can be adjusted. Taurus and Scorpio shared activities. Although Scorpio is a sign of change, this doesn't mean they are not very slow in their everyday routine. As a fixed sign, they are, as much as Taurus, static and inert. There is a lot of energy to Scorpio, nuclear energy lies within their sign, but when it comes to everyday life, they tend to repeat patterns and blend in what mostly other people find normal. They do, however, need new, exciting and breathtaking experiences from time to time, but they would be okay having them alone if their Taurus partner wasn't interested. Of all possible activities, they will mostly share sexual ones and all experiences of physical pleasure. They will both enjoy discovering how far their sexual desire could lead, and this will keep them busy most of the time. Summary: Taurus and Scorpio are both signs of deepest physical pleasure, each in their own way. This has to be the focus of their relationship, for they can't seem to understand platonic and imaginative relationships when they get together. There is no such thing as a platonic experience of romance, when the whole point of romance is to get physical. It is very possible that they will build their sexual life to the point where no other partner could ever satisfy their needs. This could lead to a possessive relationship with no way out, although they probably wouldn't want to get out even if they could. The entire experience can be too dark for the Taurus partner, especially if their practical sense is challenged by Scorpio's character. In case they are both independent and ready to blend with someone else, they could be the perfect connection between sexual and emotional, the one that we all wish for.